Welcome to Stoic Reflections. True strength doesn't come from avoiding problems, but from how you respond to them. Life is always full of noise, other people's opinions, small setbacks, or unexpected obstacles. If you let these things seep into your mind, you're handing over your control. The unshakable person isn't someone free of difficulties, but someone who's mastered how they face them. Imagine walking through life undisturbed. No overthinking, no emotional outbursts, just complete control. That's the art of acting as if nothing bothers you. The secret lies in detaching emotions from external events. When you let circumstances dictate your mood, you become a puppet of the world. But when you train your mind to stay calm, you take charge of your destiny. The world respects those who remain steady in a storm, who don't collapse under pressure. They radiate authority without speaking, moving with unshakable confidence. Think of history's most influential figures. They didn't react rashly to every criticism or insult. Instead, they carried a mysterious control, as if they knew something others couldn't grasp. Their power wasn't in arguing or resisting, but in deliberate indifference. According to the philosophy of self-mastery, thoughts shape actions, and actions define who you are. If you constantly react emotionally, you lose your strength. But when you build a steadfast mindset, the world bends to your will. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset is the key to living with inner strength. Life constantly challenges you with conflicting opinions, sudden failures, and daily pressures. But if you can train your mind to remain calm, you become the one steering your fate, not swept away by chaos. Imagine walking through a storm without flinching. That's what it means to act as if nothing affects you. The trick is separating emotions from external happenings, not letting them sway your mood or actions. For instance, if someone insults you in public, the natural urge is to get angry or defend yourself. But if you smile and walk away quietly, you disrupt their expectations. They want you to lose control, but when you don't, they're left confused while you hold on to your strength. This is a silent dominance few understand, yet everyone admires. It's the same with failure. Instead of drowning in despair, see it as a lesson, a chance to adapt and move forward. The strong don't let emotions sweep them away. They observe, learn, and keep going. To gain this control, you need daily practice. When facing a tense moment, pause and ask, is this reaction necessary, or am I giving away my power? The habit of not reacting instantly builds a shield against meaningless distractions. At the same time, picture yourself as someone unshaken by pressure or words. Reinforce this image in your mind, and it becomes real. Strength isn't in fighting or shouting, but in calm authority. When you master this, you don't just overcome challenges, you shape your life on your terms. Conscious indifference is a superpower few recognize. Society often teaches us to care about everything, others' opinions, validation, or surrounding judgments. But true freedom comes when you realize most of it doesn't matter. Next time you're overthinking, ask, will this matter in 5 years? If not, let it go. Criticism, temporary setbacks, or fleeting embarrassments fade with time. So why let them control your mind now? Indifference isn't apathy, it's wise prioritization. Your energy is finite, and choosing where to invest it is how you reclaim control. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion deserves a response. When you stop reacting to petty annoyances, you shift from emotional outbursts to strategic calm. This changes everything. Think of the people you admire most. They aren't chasing approval or exploding at difficulties. They stand firm, unmoved by the world's noise because they know their worth. As you train this mindset, something amazing happens. People start respecting you, not because you seek validation, but because you exude confidence without proving it. In a society where everyone wants to fit in, the one who stands solid in themselves holds real power. For example, when someone unfairly criticizes you, the weak rush to argue or explain. But the strong stay silent, knowing words only carry weight if allowed. By not responding, they keep control. To build this indifference, start by assessing your reactions. When anger or anxiety rises over something trivial, pause and ask, is this worth it? Also, define what truly matters, your goals, peace, or growth. With a strong foundation, external judgments lose their grip. That's the secret. Strength isn't in being liked, but in being unmoved by rejection. Stopping the search for approval is a turning point to reclaim personal freedom. When you place your happiness in others' hands, you become a slave to their acceptance. In truth, no one should define your worth more than you. When you give someone that power, you lose control of your life. Real confidence isn't granted. It's built from within, through self-reliance and the belief you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. Think of the most magnetic people you've met. They don't beg for attention or shrink to fit the crowd. They own themselves naturally, flaws and all, and that makes them powerful. Their appeal lies in their steadiness, unshaken, needing no proof. The need for approval stems from fear of rejection, judgment, or loneliness. But when you crave praise, you trap yourself in dependency, twisting to meet others' expectations, betraying yourself in the end. Freedom comes when you drop the idea that everyone must like you. No one can please all. Some will admire, some will criticize, and many won't care. So why waste energy chasing the impossible? World changers, leaders, creators don't worry about blending in. They move forward with their vision, unshaken by slander. To break this trap, ask, whose opinion really matters? Often, the loudest voices come from those who don't get your journey. Recognize your own worth, celebrate small wins. When you do, external approval becomes irrelevant, and you live true to yourself, stronger than ever. Criticism is inevitable, but how you handle it shapes your strength. Most people crumble under harsh words. They let each comment sink in, shaking their faith and guiding their actions. But really, criticism is just words, perspectives, often from those who don't know your path. It only has power if you give it that right. When you react emotionally, it controls you. When you take it with reason, you stay in charge. The strongest don't let criticism rattle them. They view it calmly, keeping what's useful and tossing the rest, without emotion or overreaction. The trick is filtering it through logic. What helps you grow stays, the rest goes, never disrupting your inner peace. There are two kinds of criticism, constructive and destructive. The first is valuable. It comes from experience, wanting you to improve. The second aims to tear you down, often born from envy or insecurity, meaningless unless you give it weight. Picture a sculptor crafting a masterpiece. Some praise, some suggest, and a few mock. But he doesn't stop for the negatives. He focuses on his vision, ignoring the noise. So should you, when criticized, ask, does this person have the standing to judge me? If not, move on. History shows great minds faced doubt but pushed through with inner belief. To do this, practice detachment. Pause before reacting, weigh the word's value and proceed without letting them define you. Strength is in listening, assessing and walking your own path. Keeping calm under pressure marks true strength. When challenges hit, many break, they panic, complain or freeze. But the steadfast stand firm, not because they don't feel pressure, but because they've trained their minds to face it. They know pressure is inevitable, not an exception. The key is letting go of the illusion of total control. Not everything goes as planned. People disappoint, obstacles arise. But instead of emotional reactions, you can respond with calm and calculation. Most falter under pressure because they resist reality, expecting life to be easy and smooth. When it flips, they lose direction. But the strong embrace chaos, adapting rather than fighting pointlessly. Think of a seasoned warrior. He doesn't enter battle hoping for ease. He anticipates hardship, prepares for surprises, and stays steady on the edge of life and death. You need that mindset. Don't waste energy wishing for perfection. Focus on effective action. Real strength isn't in controlling the outside world, but in mastering yourself. When you don't need things to go perfectly, you become unbeatable. To build this, reframe pressure as a test of your resolve. When stress mounts, try staying calm, observing emotions without letting them lead. Also, prepare by mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios, training to avoid surprise. Great ones don't flinch in chaos. They radiate certainty that awes others. While people panic, you calculate. While they fall, you stand. That's the edge of composure, a power forged within, making you untouchable in the storm. Life is a journey full of challenges, but you have the power to rise above when you master your mind. From staying calm amid criticism, adapting to pressure, to letting go of what you can't control, each step is a chance to grow stronger. True strength isn't in changing the outer world, but in the calm and resolve within you. When you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, you don't just survive. You shape your life with confidence and authority no one can shake. Thank you for taking the time to hear this story. I hope it brings you a fresh perspective, a spark to train your mind and live more fully. If you found value in this, please hit the subscribe button on the Stoic Reflections YouTube channel to catch more deep insights on life's philosophy and personal growth. Your support drives us to keep sharing what matters. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.